The story opens with the peaceful Nalari civilization under brutal attack by the Vorthan Empire. Captain Kira of the Nalari Defense Fleet sends out a desperate distress signal across all known frequencies as their homeworld burns around them. The Nalari are a gentle, scholarly race who have never known true war. The signal reaches the Galactic Council, but they refuse to help. Elder Thane, the Council's leader, explains that the Vorthan are too powerful, and interfering would only bring destruction to other worlds. The Council has kept peace for centuries by avoiding conflict with the Vorthan Empire. As Kira's ship is damaged and her people dying, she activates an ancient emergency beacon found in old ruins on their world. The beacon sends out a signal on frequencies so old that most races have forgotten they exist. The signal travels deep into the outer rim of the galaxy, toward a region marked on star charts as the Silent Zone. On Earth, now called Terra by most of the galaxy, President Cole receives the signal in his underground command center. Humanity has been in self-imposed isolation for over 200 years, ever since the war that broke the stars. Most aliens believe humans are extinct or have become primitive again. Cole calls an emergency meeting with his advisors, including General Reed and Dr. Stone, the head of alien affairs. They debate whether to break their isolation. Earth's population is small now, maybe 500 million people spread across hidden colonies. But their technology has advanced in ways the galaxy cannot imagine. The debate is cut short when a second signal arrives. It's from Kira again, but this time it's weaker. She's broadcasting the final moments of her world's destruction. Children crying, cities falling, millions dying. The signal ends with static. Cole makes his decision. He activates Protocol 7, something that hasn't been used in 2 centuries. Across Earth and its hidden colonies, ancient machines begin to wake up. Ships that were thought to be derelict start powering up. The isolation is over. The part ends with Cole sending a simple message back to Kira's last known position. We hear you. We remember. Help is coming. The Vorthan Empire celebrates their easy victory over the Nalari. Admiral Vex reports to Emperor Corax that another world has fallen without any real resistance. The Empire controls 60% of the galaxy now, and no one dares to stand against them. But strange reports begin coming in from the outer rim. Vorthan patrol ships are going missing. Scout fleets report seeing unknown ships that don't match any known designs. The ships appear to be human-made, but that's impossible. Humans died out long ago. On the captured Nalari homeworld, Commander Brix receives reports from his soldiers. They found something disturbing in the planetary archives. Records of a war from 200 years ago, a war that was supposed to be forgotten. The records speak of a race called humans who fought against something called the Devourer's machines that consumed entire star systems. The records are incomplete, but they tell of humans who had technology that could break the laws of physics. Ships that could fold space itself, weapons that could destroy entire fleets, and soldiers who never gave up no matter how impossible the odds. Meanwhile, in space, 3 human ships dicloak near a Vorthan supply convoy. The ships are sleek and dark, unlike anything in the current galaxy. Captain Blake of the U.E.'s Vengeance hails the Vorthan ships. His message is simple. Leave this system. You have 1 hour. The Vorthan commander, Captain Rule, laughs at the small human force. He commands 20 warships against 3. He orders his fleet to attack. What happens next becomes legend. The human ships move in ways that seem impossible. They phase in and out of normal space, appearing behind Vorthan ships and striking before disappearing again. Their weapons cut through Vorthan shields like they don't exist. In minutes, the entire convoy is destroyed, but the human ships don't even have scratches. Blake sends a message to all survivors. Tell your empire this. Humanity has returned. We fought the Devourers to save this galaxy once before. We went into hiding to give you all peace. But you have chosen war instead. So be it. Back on Earth, President Cole reviews reports from across human space. Operation Recall is in full effect. The hidden colonies are revealing themselves. Ancient factories are coming online, and the human defense fleet is preparing for war. Dr. Stone brings disturbing news from their spy networks. The galaxy has forgotten the real history. They don't remember that humans saved them all from the Devourers. They don't remember the price humanity paid. Most importantly, they don't remember why humans went into hiding. Cole looks at the tactical displays showing Vorthan Empire positions. He knows what's coming. The galaxy is about to remember why humans were once the most feared warriors in known space. The part ends with Emperor Corax receiving Blake's message. For the first time in decades, the Emperor feels something he thought he'd forgotten: fear. Emperor Corax calls an emergency meeting of his war council. Admiral Vex reports that they've lost 12 more convoys to human attacks. The humans strike without warning, destroy everything, and vanish. No Vorthan ship has even managed to damage a human vessel yet. The Emperor demands to know everything about humans. His scholars bring ancient records from the Imperial archives. What they find shakes the foundation of everything they believed 200 years ago. The galaxy faced the Devourers, a machine race that consumed entire star systems to fuel their expansion. They had already destroyed half of the known galaxy when they were stopped. The records show it wasn't the combined might of all races that stopped them. It was humanity, fighting alone. The records describe human technology that seemed like magic. Ships that could exist in multiple dimensions at once, weapons that could turn stars into bombs, and most terrifying of all, humans who never retreated, never surrendered, and never stopped fighting until their enemy was completely destroyed. Commander Brix, still on the conquered Nalari world, makes a horrifying discovery. Deep in the planet's core, he finds a monument. It's written in human language and thousands of other alien scripts. The message is simple: here lies the Nalari, civilization saved by human sacrifice in the year 2157. May they live in peace. The monument lists the names of 50,000 human soldiers who died defending the Nalari homeworld from the Devourers. The Nalari had forgotten. Everyone had forgotten. Meanwhile, across Vorthan space, human fleets begin appearing. Not just 3 ships now, but dozens, then hundreds. They move with perfect coordination, striking at key Vorthan positions. Supply lines are cut, communication networks are destroyed, and entire sectors go dark. Captain Blake leads an assault on Vorthan Sector Command. His fleet of 12 ships faces a fortress protected by 200 warships and orbital defense platforms. The battle should be impossible to win, but human ships fight like nothing the Vorthan have ever seen. They use the enemy's own weapons against them, turning Vorthan missiles into cluster bombs that destroy multiple targets. They phase through solid matter, appearing inside enemy ships to deliver devastating attacks from within. In 30 minutes, Sector Command falls. Blake broadcasts a message to the entire Vorthan Empire. This is what we did to save you from the Devourers. This is what we will do to save the galaxy from you. The message includes battle footage from the Devourer War. The galaxy watches in shock as they see human fleets fighting impossible odds against machine enemies. They see humans ramming their ships into Devourer world killers to save alien colonies. They see the final battle where humanity's greatest fleet sacrificed itself to destroy the Devourer home system. On Earth, President Cole receives reports from General Reed. Phase 1 is complete. The Vorthan military is in chaos. Their supply lines are broken, and their expansion has stopped. But Cole knows this is just the beginning. Dr. Stone brings news from the Galactic Council. They're trying to contact Earth, begging for a meeting. Elder Thane wants to negotiate. Other alien races are starting to remember the old stories, the ones their grandparents told about the humans who saved the galaxy. But there's a problem. Not all humans want to stop with just defeating the Vorthen. Some remember the betrayal after the Devourer War, how the grateful galaxy turned on humanity when the crisis was over, how they demanded that human technology be shared, then destroyed, and finally how they drove humanity into exile. Captain Blake sends a private message to Cole. His fleet has found something in Vorthen space, a Devourer ship, damaged but still functional. The Vorthen have been trying to reverse engineer Devourer technology. They might have accidentally sent a signal that could bring the Devourers back. The part ends with Cole realizing that the galaxy's current crisis might be just the beginning. The real enemy might be returning, and this time, humanity might not be willing to sacrifice everything to save ungrateful aliens. The Galactic Council meets in emergency session as reports flood in about human military capabilities. Elder Thane tries to maintain order as representatives from dozens of races demand explanations. Why didn't the Council tell them humans still existed? Why were the historical records about the Devourer War classified? Council member Jaxer of the Zentari reveals the truth. After humans defeated the Devourers, the galaxy feared human power. They believed humanity would become the next great threat. So they made a deal. Humanity would go into isolation, and in return, the galaxy would remember them as heroes. But over time, even that memory faded. The records were classified, then forgotten, then lost. The galaxy convinced itself that the Devourers were defeated by united alien forces. Humanity became a myth, then nothing at all. Meanwhile, Emperor Corax faces revolution within his own empire. Vorthen worlds are surrendering to human forces without a fight. Admiral Vex reports that human fleets now control 30% of former Vorthen. Space and their advance cannot be stopped. In desperation, Corax activates his secret weapon. Deep in the Imperial Palace, Vorthen scientists have been working on something they call the Final Protocol. It's based on Devourer technology they've been studying for decades. The weapon tears open space itself, sending a signal across dimensions. It's a call for help, broadcast on Devourer frequencies. Corax doesn't understand what he's done. He thinks it's just a powerful weapon. But Captain Blake's warning was correct. The signal has reached something in the void between galaxies. On Earth, every human monitoring station detects the dimensional breach. President Cole calls an immediate war council. Dr. Stone's analysis is terrifying. The signal signature matches Devourer technology exactly. But it's not just one signal. Something is answering back. General Reed reports that human deep space sensors are detecting movement in the void beyond the galaxy's edge. Ships, thousands of them. The Devourers are returning, and they're bringing reinforcements. Cole faces an impossible choice. Humanity could complete their victory over the Vorthen Empire and then leave the galaxy to face the Devourers alone. After 200 years of being forgotten and ignored, they owe the galaxy nothing. But Cole remembers why humanity fought the first time. It wasn't for gratitude or recognition. It was because letting an entire galaxy die was wrong, no matter how ungrateful the survivors might be. Captain Blake receives new orders. Instead of continuing the attack on Vorthen space, human fleets are to establish defensive positions. The war against the Empire is over. The real war is about to begin. Blake contacts Emperor Corax directly. The conversation is tense, but Blake explains the situation. The Devourers are coming back, stronger than before. The Vorthen Empire's final protocol has doomed the galaxy unless they work together. Corax doesn't believe it until his own sensors confirm what Blake is saying. Massive energy signatures are moving toward the galaxy. The signatures match nothing in Vorthan databases, but they're getting stronger every hour. Elder Thane sends a message to President Cole. The Galactic Council is ready to meet, to apologize, to beg for human help once again. But Cole's response surprises everyone. He agrees to meet, but not as a supplicant asking for forgiveness. Humanity will meet as equals, as partners in the coming war. The old agreements that sent humanity into exile are void. If the galaxy wants human help, they must accept human leadership. Some council members object, but Thane knows they have no choice. The Devourers consumed half the galaxy before humanity stopped them last time. Now they're returning with 200 years of preparation and reinforcements from other galaxies. They've conquered. Dr. Stone brings Cole the final piece of the puzzle. The Devourers aren't just returning for revenge. They're coming back because they've learned from their defeat. They know about human technology now. They've adapted. The part ends with Cole addressing the human colonies. The choice is made. Humanity will fight again, not for a galaxy that forgot them, but for the principle that some things are worth defending no matter the cost. But this time, they'll fight as equals, not as the galaxy's hidden protectors. And if they survive, the galaxy will never forget again. Asterisk, the first Devourer ships arrive at the galaxy's edge like a dark tide. They're different from the ones humanity fought 200 years ago, larger, more advanced, and completely adapted to counter human tactics. The machines have learned from their defeat. President Cole stands in the war room on Earth, surrounded by holographic displays showing the enemy approach. General Reed reports that the Devourer fleet numbers in the millions. They're using technology that humanity has never seen before, including ships that can phase through human defensive barriers. The Galactic Council has dissolved itself, placing all military command under President Cole. It's a decision that comes 200 years too late, but it's the only chance the galaxy has. Elder Thane serves as Cole's liaison to the alien races, coordinating evacuations and resource allocation. Captain Blake leads the first engagement against Devourer scouts near the Rim worlds. His fleet of 50 ships faces 200 Devourer vessels. The battle goes differently than expected. Human phase technology, once unstoppable, only works partially against the new Devourers. The machines have developed countermeasures. Blake's fleet wins, but barely. They lose 12 ships, the first human losses in combat for over 200 years. Blake's report to Cole is grim. They remember everything we did to them. They're ready for us this time. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, an amazing transformation takes place. Alien races that have been enemies for centuries begin working together. The Nalari survivors provide their expertise in energy systems. The Vorthan contribute their industrial capacity. Even species that barely tolerate each other unite against the common threat. But the unity comes at a price. The Devourers don't just attack military targets. They consume entire worlds to fuel their war machine. Billions die in the first week. As outer rim systems fall, refugees flood inner systems, creating chaos even behind the battle lines. Dr. Stone makes a breakthrough in analyzing captured Devourer technology. The machines aren't just using what they learned from their last defeat. They've been consuming other galaxies, incorporating technology from dozens of different civilizations. They're stronger than they've ever been. But humanity has also evolved. The 200 years of isolation weren't spent in peaceful retirement. Human scientists developed weapons and defenses that push the boundaries of known physics. Cole authorizes the deployment of humanity's most closely guarded secrets. The tide begins. To turn at the Battle of Kepler Station, Admiral Vex, now fighting alongside human forces, watches in amazement as human ships deploy something called reality anchors. The weapons lock space-time itself in place, preventing Devourer ships from using their phase technology. But 4. Every advantage humanity reveals, the Devourers counter with something unexpected. They begin deploying harvested alien technology, Vorthan shields, Nolari energy weapons, and technologies from civilizations that no longer exist. Captain Blake realizes the truth during a desperate battle near the galactic core. The Devourers aren't just trying to conquer this galaxy. They're testing themselves against humanity one more time. They want to prove they can defeat the only force that ever stopped them. The final battle begins when Devourer reinforcements arrive from outside the galaxy. Cole commits everything, every human ship, every secret weapon, every desperate strategy. The galaxy watches as humanity's hidden fleets emerge from deep space, revealing just how much they've grown during their exile. But the Devourers have one final surprise. They've built something new, a weapon that can consume entire star systems instantly, turning them into pure energy to power their war machine. They begin targeting the galaxy's core systems, threatening to collapse the galactic government. Cole makes the ultimate decision. He orders the activation of humanity's most dangerous weapon, something called the Genesis Protocol. It's a device that can rewrite the fundamental laws of physics in a localized area. Using it will save the galaxy, but it will also strand humanity forever in this region of space. The weapon works. The Devourer's superweapon is destroyed, their fleet is crippled, and the survivors retreat to the void between galaxies. But the cost is enormous. Earth and the human colonies are now locked in a bubble of altered space-time, unable to leave, but able to protect the galaxy forever. The story ends with Cole addressing the galaxy one final time. Humanity has chosen to become the eternal guardians, ensuring that threats like the Devourers can never again catch the galaxy unprepared. The galaxy will remember this time. They'll remember the humans who sacrificed their freedom to protect ungrateful aliens. They'll remember that some bonds are stronger than gratitude, and some duties transcend reward. The plea for help awakened what the galaxy swore never to remember. But now, they'll never forget again.